Today we talk about picking up the correct stone. It's in 1 Samuel 17th chapter 40th verse. He chose 5 smooth stones from the stream. This is the story of David and Goliath. David was sent by his father to find out the welfare of his brothers. There he witnessed Goliath coming and threatening the Israelites. David heard Goliath shouting his usual defiance, and David offered to fight Goliath. What David said was overheard and reported to Saul, and Saul sent for him. David said to Saul, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul replied, "You cannot go and fight this Philistine. You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth." But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep. When a lion and a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. When it turned on me, I seized it by its hair, struck it, and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. This uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, because he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord, who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear, will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." And Saul was convinced of his fighting skills and said to David, "Go, and the Lord be with you." Then Saul dressed David in a coat of armor and a bronze helmet on his head, but David couldn't walk around. "I cannot go in this," he said to Saul, "because I am not used to them." So he took them off. My question is, did David has a plan to kill Goliath? No, because if he had, he would not have wore Saul's armor. Only when he walked towards Goliath did David had the Lord's answer. It's in First Samuel 40th chapter 17th verse. Then he took his staff in his hand. 1. Chose 5 smooth stones from the stream. 2. Put them in a pouch of his shepherd's bag. 3. And with a sling on his hand, approached the Philistine. First, he took his staff in his hand. That is, he was ready to fight, because shepherds of those days don't venture out without the staff. Second, he chose 5 smooth stones from the stream. The Lord God told him on how to kill Goliath. Third, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag. That is, the stones, he has put them in the shepherd's bag. Without a shepherd's bag, no shepherd ventures out. And with his sling in his hand, he knew that he had to kill Goliath by using the sling. Then he approached the Philistine. Meanwhile, the Philistine, seeing David a little more than a boy, said, "Am I a dog that you come to me? Come at me with sticks." And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. "Come here," he said, "I'll give your flesh to the birds and the wild animals." David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with the sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, but the battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you into our hands." As the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly towards the battle line to meet him. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. Now my question is, how do you pick up the correct stone? You have to pick up the correct education. You have to pick up the correct life partner. After a marriage, you have to pick up the correct education. Then you have to pick up and guide your children to achieve their goal, and the cycle goes on. Now, how do you pick up? Your future depends on how you select the correct decision. Unless you have Christ in you, you cannot have the discretion to pick up the correct choice. Unless you teach your family to keep God as center in their lives, they cannot have the power of discretion to decide, to plan, and to solve life's issues. You may have in the past solved the problem, just like David said that he had killed a lion and a bear when he was young, but thinking that he can kill Goliath by physical fight. God knew he cannot. David thought he can kill Goliath by physical fight. God knew that he cannot. But because he has God in him, he picked up the correct stone to kill Goliath. Trust in the Lord and let him pick up your correct stone. God bless you.